This is Heishay Reviews, and today we're going to be doing a comparison video of the new NERF Elite suction darts and our regular Elite darts. And to see what dart performs better, we're going to have a range and accuracy test of the two. And also at the end, we'll see how well the suction of these darts perform. I'd also like to say what's great about these new Elite suction darts is that they now can fit into clips, magazines, whatever you like to call them, and they fit in quite nicely. They don't get caught in the clip, which is great, because I know with the original N-Strike darts, they would just get stuck in there and, get jammed. So when doing the range test of these two darts, I have found out that both of them perform just the same with their ranges. They're both getting really very similar. So no dart really fires any better. It's not very obvious. But what I have noticed is that with the suction darts, is that their ranges seem to be a bit more consistent. So with my range test, I noticed that with these darts, there were quite a few that were quite spread out, at 8 meters to 14 meters to 10, stuff like that. While with these, I found that a lot of them were just grouped in 12 to 13 meters and maybe a few at 10 meters or 8 meters. And so I find this dart better because, if you are firing, you want to know how far the dart fires. So that's why I think these darts are just a bit more reliable when it comes to range. So with the accuracy test, again, both darts performed just the same poor NERF accuracy. But with these suction darts, I have noticed that they don't go off their track when they're flying as much as these darts. And what I'm talking about is, with the regular Elites, you can fire a dart and then the next second they're just flying in a different direction. You know how sometimes that can happen to you? Well, that does not happen as much with these darts. So yeah, these darts do have better accuracy just because they're a little bit more consistent. So when looking at the performance of the suction of these darts, they perform quite well. But they're quite different to the N-Strike ones, because if you see on the back of the 30 dart suction pack box, it says right at the back, it says over here, for the best performance, fire at distances greater than 10 feet. And that's quite true. I fired from 5 feet and the darts just bounce off. But with these N-Strike darts, you can fire them as close as possible and they should still stick. So it's quite different from these. So with motorized darts, clip system darts like the Retaliator Alpha Trooper, most darts do stick if you fire about more than 10 feet. But what I have noticed is, though, with some of my powerful blasters such as the Hammershot, Side Strike, Fire Strike, I've actually noticed that not many darts stick at 10 feet. So the rule is, the more powerful the blaster is, the further away you have to be for the dart to actually stick. So with my less powerful guns like the Crossfire Bow, most of the darts stick, at 10 feet. But with blasters like the Hammershot and Side Strike, I need to be at about 20 feet or even 25 feet, I'm not too sure, for the most darts to actually stick. But aside from that, when these darts stick, they stick on quite well. If you have the right one, they stay on for a long time. So to sum everything up, the NERF Elite suction dart is slightly the better dart because it seems to have a bit more consistent ranges and accuracy, and the suction works quite well. So yeah, this is definitely a more reliable dart, but still remember that it's only by a little bit. So if you go out in the shops and you see a 30 pack of normal Elites and a 30 pack of suction darts and they're both at the same price, definitely go with the suction darts. But if you do see these darts 30 pack a little bit cheaper than these ones, then I'd probably just say go with the regulars, because as I said, there's not too much of a big difference. But that depends, because you may just want to buy the suction darts because, they have the suction tip. So I guess that's really up to you. Well, thanks for watching Heishay Reviews, and make sure you buy these suction darts. They're awesome.